This broadcast is the exclusive property of Perry Publishing and Broadcasting Company. Any rebroadcast, retransmission, reproduction, or any other use of the accounts, descriptions, or audiovisual elements of this broadcast without the express written consent of Perry Publishing and Broadcasting Company is strictly prohibited. All rights reserved.
Welcome back to CF Gales Fieldhouse. Langston Lion men's basketball is on the air. Sponsored by LU Athletics, Blue Sky Bank, Tinker Federal Credit Union, MJ Bail Bonds, Community Health Centers of Oklahoma, Guiding Right. It's the Eagles from Southwest Christian facing number 5 team in the nation, the Langston Lions. Thank you for joining us this afternoon on PPBC TV. I'm Maurice Prince, joined by the coach in the box, Gary Woods. Good afternoon to you, Gary.
Hey, Mo.
Hey, now, surprisingly, the Lions are coming off of a loss against OCU on Thursday night, falling 61-58. Now, OCU led by 3 at the end of the break. Both teams came out in the second half with a strong defensive mentality, and the Lions could not get into a flow, and OCU couldn't pull away. It was back and forth of the same type of a game, and the lead never changed. The Lions had 3 players that finished the game in double-digit scoring. Orlando Thomas finished with 17 points, and it would be the 12th time this season he broke loose with double-digit scoring. Omar Henry posted 10 points and 6 rebounds, and Cameron McCoy scored 12 points from off the bench. But overall, the team was kind of like stuck in the mud and could not seem to get out of its own way.
Right, yeah. No, I agree with you. I was there. I watched that game there at Oklahoma City University, and let me tell you, it was just it was not very good basketball. I'll be the first one to tell you. Both teams were just kind of in a lull, seemed like, and they just couldn't get it together. Offensively, just shots just wouldn't fall. And defensively, of course, teams continued to play. So you know how it is when you're watching a defensive struggle with not a whole lot of scoring? That makes for a long basketball game.
It makes a long and tremendous basketball. So the Lions are now 12-3 overall, 6-2 in conference. And if you've ever been to a restaurant and they told you could get a buy one, get one, but you paid for 2, that's what the Lions just did in terms of wins in the Sooner Athletic Conference. They went ahead and gave away a free opportunity to get an easy conference win. Now, the team is great on the defensive side of the ball. However, they must execute better on the offensive side of the floor, period. They should not have dropped the game on Thursday, and that's not taking offense to OCU. Congratulations to you. You had the number 5 team in the nation come to your house, and you won.
That's right.
So all the flowers go to OCU. However, they must, meaning Langston, must find a way to get back in the win column today to avoid to put themselves in a precarious situation in conference play. Langston, last year, we saw them win some uncommon games last year, Gary. And I'm not saying it didn't help them, but it didn't help them, but it hurt them, but it didn't help them. How about that? Right. It made their getting out and getting into a good spot in the NAIA national tournament a tough spot. They were able to still win or compete for the conference, but they didn't win the conference.
Right.
So, I mean, it's just one of those type of things where you keep losing the games you shouldn't, you're going to be in a bad spot.
No, you're right about that. And a lot of it, too, has to do with, I mean, honestly, as I look at the makeup of the team and where they've been performing, defense, they've been playing well, but their scoring has just not been there in some kind of way. Through the guard play, and then also, too, down in the low post, they need to figure out a way to put some scoring together.
Now, overall, in the Sooner Athletic Conference, there are 12 teams. The Lions rank number 11 in offensive production overall in the conference. They're the number 1 defense, in essence, almost the worst offense. That's just a fact. The South, now it's starting to start talking about the Southwest Christian Eagles. Now, they rallied from 6 points down in the first half to win by 3 over Central Christian on the road this past Thursday, 79-76. Now that win ended a 4-game losing streak for them. So the Eagles are now 6-8 overall, 4-5 in conference. And this afternoon, Gary, they're really in a tough spot. Let's just be honest about it. They need a win today to stay in the middle of that pack of the Sooner Athletic Conference.
Right.
against Langston, who they've lost 6 consecutive times to.
Yeah.
Now, that being said, the Eagles played well on Thursday and have no reason to believe they can't come in here today and get another win based upon how the Lions are playing.
Well, I mean, let's just be real about it. Right now, the Lions, based on the way they played earlier this week, they're a little vulnerable. So I know that this is an opportunity for Southwest Christian to say, hey, let's see if we can come up here to Gales and try to steal one. And then on the other side, Langston is saying, hey, let's get back on track, right? This is an opportunity for us. We're playing in front of a home crowd. Let's see if we can't get back on track with a W.
Yeah, when we start talking about Southwest Christian, there are 3 athletes you need to know: Michael Woolridge, Jacoby Williams, and Jalen Gore. Those gentlemen all average double-digit scoring, but it's one of those type of things where you look at the offense for Southwestern, they are ranked number 9 in offensive production, and they are the number 11th ranked defense in the conference. Now, just saying that on paper says, oh, Langston, all you have to do is just be yourself, and you should be in a good position to win. Gary, why is that not the case in this game?
That's not the case in this game because, quite honestly, you still got to play the game. I mean, you don't know who's going to show up and who's going to be big. Who's going to show up big? Who's going to do what? I mean, this is anybody's game today.
Right, and I was hoping you was just going to take the Chiefs because games aren't played on paper.
They're not played on paper.
Because by the numbers, by the rule, this should not be a game that Langston should be concerned about.
Right.
But because it's on paper means nothing to what Southwestern has done.
Well, yeah, but the game earlier this week at Oklahoma City was a game that Langston shouldn't have been worried about, but they went down there and lost. Right. So, I mean, the reality of it is that that's why we play the game.
And this is the other side of it for those who are watching, and this is not a slight on Southwestern Christian, but here's the plain and simple fact as we get ready to throw it down to the PA. Langston has been a top 15 team for the last 2.5 seasons, coming off an undefeated season a couple of years ago, a team that's constantly in the playoffs, and you act like the teams in the Sooner Athletic Conference don't know it. A key to getting a foothold in the conference is beating Langston.
That's right.
So, again, you're not going to come to Langston playing some crazy game. And looking at things as it stands right now, Langston firmly finds themselves in second place in the Sooner Athletic Conference standing with Nelson College number 1. Langston's number 2 at 7-2. And tied now with, guess who? OCU, Oklahoma City University, who just turned and went 7-2.
Right.
Then you've got MACU at 5-3, followed by Texas Wesleyan 5-3, and then you've got John Brown at 5-3. So there's a gap there, but you want to be in the top. You want to be in the front part. You don't want to be in the back seat trying to find a way to get to the front seat to get back to the steering wheel on your season. And today, since you've got size coming in with Southwestern, you got to expect them to be able to come in here today and then expect for them to win. Let's throw it down and get down to the starting lineups. We'll turn it over to the PA address announcer now.
I like the way that lion roar sounds at the end of the national anthem.
Between the Eagles of Southwestern Christian University and your Langston Lions. Now let's introduce the starting lineups for all for our worthy visitors, the Eagles of Southwestern Christian from Bethany, Oklahoma on Route 66. First of all, at guard, a 6'1" junior from Hobbs, New Mexico, number 3, Jalen Gore. At guard, 5'10" freshman from Bethany, number 11, Aiden Todd. At guard, a 5'9" freshman from Oklahoma City, number 24, Elijah Garcia. At the 4, a 6'5" freshman from Oklahoma City, number 1, Jacoby Williams. And at the 5, a 6'9" junior from Oklahoma City, number 7, Michael Wooldridge. Southwestern Christian is coached by Quinn Wooldridge, assisted by Daniel Langston, Hugo Rodriguez, and Kai Collins. And now, ladies and gentlemen, are you ready? The starting lineup for the 5th ranked in the country, Langston University Lions. First of all, at guard, a 6'2" senior from Chi-Town, Chicago, Illinois, number 0, the Big O, Orlando Thomas. At guard, a 6'1" junior from Little Rock, number 13, Deuce Alexander. At guard, a 6' junior from San Angelo, Texas, number 14, Mr. Cooper, Matthew Cooper. At the 4, a 6'5" junior from San Antonio, number 25, Dante Manuel. And at the 5, a 6'7" senior from Los Angeles, number 5, Cameron McCoy. The Lions are coached by America's...
All right, so the starters this afternoon for the Southwestern Christian Eagles, number 24, the freshman Elijah Garcia, number 11, a freshman Aiden Todd, a junior, number 7, Michael Woolridge, number 3, a junior, Jalen Gore, and number 1, a freshman, Jacoby Williams. A freshman lineup for Quinn Woolridge. Who are the starters for the Lions, Gary?
Starting lineup for your Langston University Lions. Starting at guard, number 0, Orlando Thomas. Starting at forward, number 5, Cameron McCoy. Starting at guard, number 13, Deuce Alexander. Starting at guard, number 14, Mr. Matt Cooper. And then starting at forward, number 25, Dante Manuel.
All right. So Robert, or Deuce Alexander, going to start the lineup for the starters for the Lions today. They're going to start off with the possession of the ball. 19:50, of course, to go the end of the first half of this one. Pass up top in the hands now. Thomas fires a 3-shot, no good. Rebound, put back. Cameron McCoy is good on the putback. Coach Chris Wright is obviously shaking things up here today.
Yes, most definitely he is.
So a 3-point shot from the big man careens off the front of the rim, pulled down, and they were set to go again. And contact's going to get a foul called that time against McCoy, who ends up reaching, trying to get a hand on that ball that time. But needless to say, he's had an impact on the game. And again, McCoy is one of the guys, Gary, who started, who saw serious minutes last year for this team and can really help this group come together and understanding what the expectations can be for Chris Wright and his offense.
Yeah, McCoy is one of those guys who is definitely a program guy. Coach Wright really loves him. I mean, he really thinks very highly of this young man. He's a guy that, quite honestly, Coach Wright wanted to redshirt last year, but he fought his way into the lineup and got significant amounts of playing time. And as a result of it, he was one of the few players that was retained on this roster for this upcoming year. So, again, kudos and hats off to Mr. Cameron McCoy.
Gore's shot is no good that time. Alexander, Deuce starting the offense, going to hand off, and they're doing the weave up top. Handing it back in. Now running the show from on top of the line. Here's Deuce looking for a screen to go downhill. Up fake by Thomas. Drives in the lane. Thomas takes the bump. Shot up. McCoy fires in to get the rebound. Can't get it. scramble for the ball underneath. It's going to end up being Eagle ball. Ball across the line now. Ball in the hands now of Garcia. Who hands back off to Gore, and they're going to call an offensive foul there. It looks like it's going to be called against Michael Woolridge. Woolridge coming in right now. 6'9" is what it says on the paper, but Gary, from our angle, from where we stand right there, does that look like 6'9" to you?
Every bit. I'm looking at him. He's a big boy.
Going to work right now. You know how sometimes on the stat sheet it'll say one thing, and you're like, no, 6'9", I think it's a little bit more than that.
Yeah.
6'9.5", put some shoes on.
Yeah.
Anyway, going to work, pass to the corner. Orlando Thomas fires the three from the corner, shot no good. Rebound, pulled down there. Nice rebound that time for the Lions at number 25, Dante Manuel, who haven't had a chance to talk and see him play a lot this year.
Yeah, don't know much about that young man, actually.
So, you start looking at what he's able to bring to the table. Right now, he's coming in, and to earn a starting minutes this week means that he had to, as Chris Wright says, because he earns them.
Yeah, junior out of San Antonio, Texas.
Now, Chris Wright and, of course, Chris Vincent both operate on the same philosophy. It's not about who starts. It's about who gets the key minutes down the stretch that matters the most to him. But you earn those minutes by getting production out of you early on when you're moving the ball. So looking at things from that angle, Dante Manuel come in with an opportunity. He's actually put some points on the board. He actually has a rebound in the game, and he's contributing already.
Yeah. I'm curious.
So Manuel from San Antonio, Texas, gives them a 4-point lead. And one of the things is if you can get a big who's playing 4, or if you're saying he's a 3/4, Gary.
Probably more what he is.
But if you can get those points from a guy like that, to produce and knock down free throws, that's going to be a big help to this team.
Right.
McCoy running out.
Defense intensity is very high.
And now doing some more work right now, driving, and they're going to step on the end line, or they're going to call a foul there against Manuel.
Yeah, he kind of ran the Southwest Christian player out of bounds a little bit, bodied him up.
So team foul number 3, and it's just crazy to me that we already have 3 fouls. 5 fouls called in the game early in this game already. So now back into the game for the Lions. Trey Clark is coming in, Jay Wilson's coming in, and also Antonio Lewis is in the game now for the Lions. So good job by those guys coming in, getting some play, getting some early minutes in this game. Handoff, ball on the left wing. Lions continue to bring the defensive intensity, not switching, fighting over screens, under screens. I love it when you fight over the screen, make the man run high. Again, great defense against Garcia there by Antonio Lewis. Now Deuce giving him a taste, and then not getting the shot.
Violation.
Shot clock violation again, harassing, contesting, cutting people off, and by the fact that you're making the extra effort, makes it hard for anyone to find a rhythm. Across the timeline now goes Alexander. Alexander backing it up to the logo, swings it to Lewis. Lewis, 18 seconds on the shot clock, make that 17. Over to Deuce, over to Thomas. Firing it inside, Jay Wilson turns, fires, kiss off the glass shot, no good, but it will be a foul called as Wilson will go to the free throw line. Wilson's numbers and minutes have continued to increase. He is an X factor. He reminds me so much of some players for Chris Wright's team last year, where you guys who could come in, guys who could fill in at a 3 or the 4 and give you some minutes at the 5, where they are so diverse in their skill set that can play well. But, that's what he kind of reminds me of. His game right now reminds me
of Lemon.
Yes, that's exactly. He's one of them that you're talking about from last year's team when you start talking about the roster. That one back rims there. Shot no good that time by Wilson. Of course, you give him all the praise, and then he goes to the free throw line, and then he, that's what happens when you broadcast games, folks. You say all the good things, and things crazy happen. TJ Cave is now checked in the game as well. So Wilson at the free throw line now. Lions up 4-0, make that 5-0, as that one was straight butter on that free throw. I was just straight net talking there. So let's see if when you bring in the players off the bench, do they maintain? Lewis picks up. Fighting over the screen, Lewis picks up, steps out. Nice job that time. And this time, Jay Wilson's going to get called for the foul. And again, the officials are not holding back on the whistles.
No, they're not. But I tell you what, that's a big body that Wilson has to try to work over. I mean, he's down there in that low post behind Woodridge. And Woodridge is like, hey, you know what? I got a 7-foot wingspan. You got to fight your way around me. And so it's best to try and get yourself positioned before they get down on the block. Stay in front of him. That's right.
So after that, they're going to call another foul. This is the team foul number 5 against Langston. And you're talking about 8 fouls have been called in the first 5 minutes of this game, Gary.
Yeah, I'm looking at Jacoby Williams, a freshman from Oklahoma City. Do you recall where he came from? Was he at Douglas? Or was he at Midwest City, one of those programs?
I want to say, I do believe he, for some reason, it's a 5-second call. So that's going to be an unforced turnover, but I believe that you're right on that. I think he played for Douglas.
Yeah, seems like he was.
So as of right now, Jaden Williams is now checked in for
number 2, Jordan Willard enters the lineup for Southwestern.
For Jaden Williams. And given that there's a conversation going on with Jacoby Williams and Jaden Williams, I just have a feeling that they know each other.
Yeah.
There's something about that, not negatively speaking. It sounds like,
right.
Hey, man, I got you now. So now going to work. Ball back in the hands of T.J. Cave over to Williams. 13 seconds on the shot clock now. And Clark could not hold on to the pass. It's a turnover. Ball in the hands of Jacoby Williams. Jacoby Williams gets it in the corner. Fires a 3. Shot side rim, no good. Rebound, Jay Wilson. Ball back in the hands of Cave. Going to set things up here, and here we go. 16:04 to go in the first half of this game. Ball now in the hands of Clark, who fires it to the corner. Jaden Williams toe steps. Basically had to keep his heels from dropping down. If they touched the ground, they would have been out of bounds. Inside goes Clark up strong. Clark muscles that one in, and the Lions are up 7-0 right now against the Eagles. Coming across the timeline now, going to hand it off, goes Gore. Gore gives it back up to Todd. Todd. Back in the hands of Williams. Williams.
He went to Putnam City.
So they still do know each other. So yeah. Putnam City was the school he went to. But again, they probably would have seen each other in one of the tournaments. Contact underneath the rim. T.J. Cave going to be called. Going to be called with the first foul. Team 6 foul. One more. It's 1-1. And at this point, the way this game is being tightly contested, or by tightly officiated, I should say, right now. And that's going to be a foul, or it's going to be an offensive foul called against number 23, Brody Smith, who just came to the game, a freshman out of Edmond. So 7-0. But the way this goes, I'm having a strong feeling right now that Southwestern's first points of this game may come from the free throw line, Gary. Rotating the ball back in the hands of Antonio Lewis. To the elbow, shot by Lewis. 3-point is cash from Lewis.
I mean, that was slick as butter.
So as it stands, the Lions are 1 of 2 shooting from 3 right now. 50%. I like the quantity. Quantity is low, but the Lions are up 10-0 in this one. And trying to get the ball around, Todd has to give it up back to the hands of Williams. And they're going to call another offensive foul. A nice job that time by T.J. Cave getting in front. Substitutions are going to have to be made as Quinn Woolridge calls for time right now. Full timeout has been called. Banking with Blue Sky Bank is a step toward personalized service, community growth, and a brighter financial future. Become a part of a community-focused bank that puts you first, because here your goals are our priorities. Blue Sky Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender. Other sponsors for today's game: MJ Bail Bonds, Community Health Centers of Oklahoma, and Guiding Right. Guiding Right is a leading public health organization in Oklahoma aiming to improve and, of course, give access to health care and systems to marginalized populations in Oklahoma. Look no further than Guiding Right if you need someone to help you in the right direction to getting some health care services. Maurice Prince, Gary Woods here on the call. Gary, that was a very entertaining stretch of basketball. We saw a little bit of everything from the Lions. We saw them score in the paint. We saw some shots that they executed in a good offensive flow, and then finally we saw the three ball fall.
Yeah, and then in addition to that, you saw defensive intensity, forcing turnovers, rebounding is looking good right now. All very, very positive. This is what we're accustomed to seeing. I'm just hoping that, again, through game management, player management, we're able to maintain a high level. 10-0 run, there's nothing negative to be said about that. So far, so good for the Lions.
Right, and you're going to have to find a way as we get back to live action here is to stay out of some version of foul trouble that will cause you. Right now, we've got 6 fouls called against the Lions right now, 6 players with at least 1 foul each. And you're talking about a situation where it can change a lot of things. Jay Wilson drives, goes down. They're going to call traveling again.
Yeah, he drug his feet.
So 10-0 on the scoreboard right now. 14:27 to go right now. 6 fouls for the Lions, 5 fouls against the Eagles. 1 more, and the Eagles will be going to the line. I said it before. I do believe the Eagles' first points I do believe I said they might come from free throw, and I tell you who was listening to me. I said Jacoby Williams said, no, we'll knock down the 3 ball. Thank you very much. 10-3 is the score. 7-point advantage right now. Deuce Alexander looking for a screen from Jay Williams. Deuce kicks it to the corner. Orlando Thomas tries to hit him with the answer. Does not. Todd with the rebound. Here come the Eagles. Eagles have yet to get into a flow. Going to swing the ball around. Brody now has it. Brody Smith. Now he gets it back in the hands now of Todd. Todd kicks it to the wing. TJ Cave smothering on that end, gives him no airspace, no space to operate. Doing a great job is Thomas. 8 seconds on the shot clock, looking for space. Turns and fires, and that shot is going to be fouled on the jump shot attempt there, Jacoby Williams. 2 points, or 2 shots coming up the line. But I'm going to tell you this now. There's not a shot Jacoby Williams don't think he can take.
Well, I tell you what, the way he was fading away and let that fly, he almost made that basket.
So the key thing here is the Lions now have 17 fouls. Again, that's just 7 different players with 1 foul each. Chris Wright has been masterful early on in this game in terms of how you're working the lineup. And that shot falls there for Jacoby Williams, who has all 4 of the Eagles' points. Cameron McCoy returns to the game as Jay Wilson checks out. And also Garcia comes back in the game now for the Eagles. 13:29 to go. It's a 6-point advantage to the Lions. And he knocks it down. All the points coming from Williams. 2 at the free throw line and 2 made baskets. So it stands right now, 5-10 is the score. So now you've got Deuce, TJ Cave on the floor right now. Cameron McCoy with Trey Clark and Orlando Thomas on the floor for the Lions right now. Foul situation, 7-5. Lions have 7. So right now, any foul up until the 10th one, of course, will go to the bonus, meaning it's a 1-and-1 situation. Trey Clark kicks it to the corner. 3-point shot by Deuce, no good. Orlando Thomas tries to get the rebound, not able to do so. Darting ahead goes Jordan Willard, who just checked in the game for the Eagles. He turns and fires, and they're going to call a foul there. That was kind of like a bailout foul there.
Wow, yeah. Seemed like one of those hardened, draw the foul shot type deal.
So TJ Cave picks up his 2nd foul, the first line with 2 fouls. Team foul number 8. So to the line, 1-and-1. So far, the Eagles have knocked down all their free throws. Front rims that one. Antonio Lewis returns to the game for for Cave. Lewis had a three-pointer in his brief minutes
Missed
on the
both of
floor.
them.
Missed both free throws, and that time Trey Clark grabs the rebound over to Deuce. Back to Trey Clark. Could have gone a give and go, and he
bad
waited
pass.
too late. And that was a bad idea because, again, Deuce had him. Deuce did the stop and go, ran to the basket. All Clark had to do was drop it down, and, of course, Coach Wright wanted to talk to him about that as Jaden Williams checks back in the game. I mean, Gary, that was you very rarely do you get one that would have been a early gift for Christmas.
I mean, right through the lane like that, you really got to hit that pass on. You can't hesitate.
Orlando
Nice.
Thomas gets the easy money basket off the Deuce assist and the rebound on the inbound. 12-5 is the score, 12:47 to go in the first half. 8-5 on the foul count right now. But the Lions seem to weather the storm so far early. Ball in the hands now of Gore. Gore, cross-court pass over to Smith. Smith in the lane is going to get fouled that time by McCoy.
Yeah, it looks like that's going to be McCoy.
And they're going to be shooting two, and right now it's team foul number 9. The officials are calling.
No, they're going to call that on Williams.
On Jaden Williams?
Yeah.
Okay, they corrected on Jaden Williams, so that's Jaden Williams' first foul of the game. 9 fouls on the floor, only one player has 2 of them. That's TJ Cave, as Brody Smith knocks down the first free throw. Into the game for the Eagles, number 14, Dason Cook is in the game. So far in the game, the Eagles are shooting 1 of 4 from the floor, 25%, 1 of 3 for 3, 33%, and now 4 of 6 from the free throw line, so sitting right about 60%, but yet they're only down 5. Deuce Alexander across the timeline to Antonio Lewis, who throws it over. Deuce with the gets the screen. Lewis fires a 3 from the corner. Can't get it to fall.
Good
McCoy
rebound
with the
by
rebound.
McCoy.
Picks up the loose change and makes $1. 14-7. Lions still remain in man-to-man defense right now. Thomas. They switch. Robert Alexander picks him up. Garcia up fakes, side steps, 3-point shot, no good. And the ball's going to be knocked out of bounds by Smith. Could have been an over-the-back foul called against him, against Jaden Williams. So now coming out of the game comes number 12. Jonah Jenkins is out, and now returning back to the game is Jacoby Williams. Jacoby Williams went out with all the Eagle points, comes back in, and somebody else has scored a basket. So he's got 5. Smith has 2. Jaden Williams now over to Antonio Lewis. Lewis back to Cooper. Cooper to Deuce. Deuce. 12 seconds on the shot clock. Lewis looking for space. Bounce pass over. Mr. Cooper. Step. Nice move.
Nice move by Coop.
Nice move. Hanging with Mr. Cooper with that hair time on that nice jump shot. Shot that in rhythm, 16-7. He claps his hand because you know he's getting it done. The mid-range game, something the Lions can definitely take advantage of if they would love to do so to get an offensive rhythm going. Driving inside the basket, and a shot is blocked by Lewis. Lewis thought he got it cleanly, but was going to catch him with the body. That's the 10th team foul. So,
wow.
With 11 minutes and 7 seconds to go, the rest of the first half, the Eagles will be shooting 2 on every Langston defensive foul they get.
So one thing about aggressive defense is that you can't make an omelet without breaking a few eggs. And so you're going to get aggressive defensive play, you're going to get the foul calls.
And to your point, the Lions put their opponents on the free throw line about 26 times per game. And Clark comes in the game now for Langston.
And how often does Langston get to the free throw line?
24. So they are, a -2 on appearances at the free throw line as Garcia knocks it down. 6-8 is the score now. 16-8 is the score. 11:02 to go. The largest lead of the game by the Lions was 10. Lucky on that one. Deuce almost slipped. McCoy backing in. Swings it to the corner. Jaden Williams drives to the lane.
Nice move
and
by
what's up,
Williams.
nasty, and drops it in.
Nice move. Yeah.
What a move by Jaden Williams.
Head fake at the baseline, goes right with the right hand, comes, gives the up and under, kiss off the glass, and 1, baby.
Nice job. So substitution, McCoy comes out, Jay Wilson comes in. So 3-point play opportunity here for Jaden Williams. Let's see if he can go ahead and help and expand that Langston lead and push it to 11 now.
And that was his first shot of the game.
Nice job by Jaden Williams.
He's one of those players, Mo, and we talk a lot about him because we're very familiar with him. But if he could just shoot more, you know what I mean? When he shoots, good things happen. It never fails. Every game we've called, we've not seen him have really a bad game offensively.
Jaden Williams then takes his seat following that, and now returning to the game is Orlando Thomas. Lions up by 11, their biggest lead of the game to this point. 10:26 to go, 19-8 is the score. Maurice Prince and Gary Woods on the call here at Zip Gales Fieldhouse. Trey Clark tries to muscle it in. Jay Wilson ends up with it. Jay Wilson tries with the push shot. Trey Clark not able to maintain it, and somehow, some way, Orlando Thomas ends up with the ball. Thomas backs it up to the logo, resets with 13 seconds on the shot clock. Thomas. Pause, go, shot, blocked, and they're going to call a foul. They're going to call a foul against Jalen Gore, because I guarantee you we were going to have a problem if Jacoby Williams thought he got called for that foul. He was like, hey, man, that was clean from my end.
So it looked like we got us a timeout.
Do we have a challenge here? No, it's a media timeout. So we will sit here and talk a little bit here as well. Hey, Community Health Centers of Oklahoma offering comprehensive health services, mental health support, and community programs of the highest quality. Community Health Centers of Oklahoma. Today's game is also being brought by Tinker Federal Credit Union today at TFCU. If you need contactless access to your account, TFCU's home branch mobile app allows you to access your account information from your mobile device anywhere, anytime. Check your balance, deposit a check, transfer funds, or even make a loan payment. This is a free service, and it is available at the App Store or the Google Play Store. TFCU, they'd like to be your bank. So, Gary, it's nice to see. As everybody knows, this is the return to campus weekend for Langston University.
Right.
Campus, the semester starts next week. And interesting, from just the time the girls were here to the time the boys' game has started, you start looking in the student section and starting to fill in. Hey, what you doing tonight? Hey, let's go check out the game.
Yeah. There are still some people hanging around a little bit, and but as you know, we're really getting to the good part, right, of the basketball season once the semester starts back and the campus is full, of course. And so it's going to be an exciting time. That's why we're going to have all of the various promotional activities within basketball, like Greek night and all of that. So looking forward to a great 26 basketball season, coming
and
back.
People often ask, and I want to get your response to that as Orlando Thomas is at the free throw line shooting these, is what's different between football homecoming and basketball homecoming? There's a different feel, but it's still home, and it still draws, especially when that game falls on a weekend.
Yeah, football homecoming, of course, everything is brand new, right? I mean, new students on campus, new players. It's outside, it's a larger venue, and traditionally it's what everybody looks forward to. Basketball is a little bit different because you're going to have those people who will drive up for basketball games, but at the same time, you still have an entire campus of about almost 2,000 people who will be looking to try to come out and be a part of the activities that that happen here in the spring semester. So, it's a little bit different, but nonetheless, great reason to be on campus, great reason to come up and support your Lions and be a part of the culture. And it's a lot more intimate too, right? I mean,
yes, it is. That is the biggest difference between
right.
that.
For me, I remember when we used to have parties in here, and so the basketball celebrations, the Greek nights and all that stuff, that brings all of that back, for me.
And for people who don't know about the homecoming intimacy, you get that in pregame and postgame in the Langston parking lot if they're going to call Trey Clark for that in football. Because football has that long, you got that long.
It's a whole weekend. It starts, so people start falling in on Wednesday.
Yeah, exactly, getting ready and then camping out in the parking lot all the way through.
Over at the lake and everything.
And highlight really comes into when you have the former frat and sororities marching on the field around the edges. But another nice three-point shot there by Williams. Another nice idea is that during basketball homecoming, it's a more intimate setting because you have everyone here at any given time, and it's a much more closed-in environment, and you would think it wouldn't have it. No, it still has some magic.
Oh, yeah, it does. You still got 500 people in here for sure, and a lot of people coming up from the city, and the band is in the stands playing, showing out like they normally do.
Jay Wilson misses that shot there. But you're right. But the one thing about it I love is when they still have to have – that's when they have to have somebody on the floor to make sure ain't nobody wearing no heels, nothing like that, because all the frats want to still march across the court.
Oh, most definitely. Stroll off. Everybody got to have a little stroll off, and all the various organizations, and including, dance teams from Oklahoma City and Tulsa.
All right, back to work here. Nice reminiscing there on homecoming and the upcoming homecoming. TJ Cave in the game now with Antonio Lewis, Jay Wilson, Trey Clark, and it looks like Charles Gaither is in the game as well. Inside, Jay Wilson with the basket. So Wilson now with his first true basket of the game. He's now got 3 points. High flyer in the game so far for the Lions happens to fall on the shoulders of Cameron McCoy, who has 4. In the lane, pull-up jump shot is nice. Knocked down there by Jalen Gore. 21-13 is the score. Offense beginning to pick up a little bit now for the Eagles. Jay Wilson up fakes, drives in the lane, just off the glass. And I think Jay Wilson can get that move into the basket anytime he wants.
It's a mismatch. Jay Wilson's just so much more athletic, than the low post player, Woodridge, who's trying to cover him. It's as long as they stay man-to-man like that, keep feeding that ball to Wilson.
All right, working the ball around. Bounce pass inside is going to be kicked off the foot, so it's a kick ball. It will remain. It was 9 seconds on the shot clock, so the Lions had done another good job right there.
Mass substitution.
So used to call that term platooning.
Platooning, yeah.
Thomas, McCoy, Manuel, and Alexander re-enter the Langston lineup.
So Deuce, McCoy, Lewis, Manuel on the floor along with Thomas. 18 seconds now as the shot clock reset right now. So working the ball around right now. Trying to get some.
Williams is going to draw a foul there. He's going to go to the line shoot.
Foul is on Thomas, his second.
So nice job overall.
Williams to the line for Southwestern.
So Williams, who is the high flyer this afternoon for the Eagles, has got 5 points. He's looking for 6 and 7 now, and he's going to get some of that. So he's going to get one more. Substitutions. So coming out of the game right now for another breather opportunity is Michael Wooldridge, the 6'9" center out of Oklahoma City.
Rebound Langston Lions.
So he gets that one to fall. He's got 9 in the first half of this one now. 23-14 is the score. And a great first half for Jacoby Williams. Going to swing it back up top, trying to work the ball around. Ball back in the hand of the elbow. Up fake, kick. Lewis fires from the corner. Three-point shot is true for Lewis. He's straight cash from the corner. 26-14. So inside the lane, a nice glide to the basket by Todd, showing you a little moxie in his game as well.
He got it high up off the glass. McCoy went up to challenge the shot, slapped the backboard, but the shot still fell.
So now working the ball around. Shot from the corner by Lewis. Trying to go a little bit of around the world right now. Todd. And that going to get bumped by Orlando Thomas. They're going to call him with the foul there. So Thomas looks like he's going to head to the sideline as Thomas picks up his second.
Fouls on Langston's Thomas, his third.
It's his third foul.
Clark
So now,
re-entered the lineup, replacing
so
Thomas.
trying to get some things going on.
Langston.
So I know I'm a little crazy, but when I talk about Jay Wilson, John Collins in the NBA, he reminds me of that type of game that he has. He's able to guard, rebound, play in between, and do a lot of that. It's just good to see him be able to do that. Jacoby Williams now on the game right now, knocks down another shot. Jacoby Williams is going to end up with a 10-piece in the first half of this game. TJ Cave is back with Antonio Lewis, Trey Clark.
Hey, anytime you can get, 10 points plus out of your freshman, I mean, you're doing well. I was really blown away, though. I wasn't expecting for three freshman guards to come in and start for, Southwest Christian. Kind of made me think to myself, I wonder what that felt like, if when you're an upperclassman, been in the program, and all of a sudden these young freshmen come in and now they're getting starts.
Right, and you have to start talking about that.
Yeah.
And again, fouls are starting to match up now as they've picked up their eighth, meaning the Eagles. Now to the free throw line now to shoot. Looks like it's Dante Manuel again. Lion lead is 7, but that lead that the Lions had, they've led the entire first half. But every time you kind of take your foot off the gas a little bit, you see the Eagles show their pedigree with that young team, learning to display its eye, and create shots, and identify and continue to grow as a team, as a unit.
Yep, I agree.
So one more coming right now from
Manuel.
Manuel.
Yep.
And that shot is no good. So going to work right now. Ball up top to Todd. Being harassed by Cave. And they're going to throw the ball out of bounds to Garcia. Langston's defense was extending, playing over the screen, and really didn't have a chance to get things going. So Deuce returns along with Cooper. So you got Cave, Cooper, Alexander, McCoy, and Clark on the floor right now. So now going to work right now. Across the timeline. Ball in the hand from the left wing, Trey Clark. Backing in. Inside. Twist, turns, can't get the shot to foul. Jump ball situation as McCoy battling for it, and it will be Eagle ball. Got into a tug of war there against Jordan Willard. Jordan Willard got that one that time. So now how's it goes right now. So timeout has been called on the floor, full timeout. When we start talking about, other guys, you were talking about comparing some of the guys to guys like Jamison Epps.
Right.
Those are the guys that would fill in the gap that you saw great minutes from Cameron McCoy, and you like to see them be able to get that. But Jamison Epps was the type of guy that Jay Wilson is on this team because he was called in to do a lot of things. And one thing that Jamison Epps could do was extend the floor. He knocked down a three here or there for you.
Yep.
Then on the other side of it, then you've got great play from him on the defensive end, defensive energy, and he could dominate a game during different stretches if given an opportunity here and there.
Yeah, no, I agree with you. And honestly, when you look at last year's team and players like Epps and those, that's last year's team at this time was a little bit more clearly defined in terms of what these guys did, their roles, etc. This group still kind of feeling through that a little bit. So, yeah, you're kind of going back through that roster, Mario McKinney and some of those. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I mean, there are certain guys that coaches fall in love with because of the offensive things that they can do, in their playbook.
Right.
Guys who fit well in their offensive scheme. I mean, you're crazy if you're thinking a head coach does not recruit based on what he likes. What a play there by Deuce. That extra effort there will still be Eagle ball with 4:50 left to go in this first half of this game. But the Lions are making all the X-factor plays right now, up by 9. And coming across the timeline goes Todd, who swings it back over to Woolridge. Back in the hands now of Smith. Garcia drives baseline, throws it back up top to top with 6 seconds on the shot clock. Around the screen, double team. And Todd tries to hit him with the step back, in and out, shots no good. Rebound pulled down by Jay Wilson, who's returned to the game. So, across the timeline now. Going to swing it over to Clark. Clark has not scored yet in this game. Cooper has it, back to Cave. Elbow. And Cooper. Cooper says, I can take a 2, and I can knock down a 3.
Right.
30-18 is the score now, as the largest lead of the game now extends back out to 12. Cooper in the first half of this game has now got 5. Tied with Jay Wilson with the most points in the first half. Still, Jay Wilson taps it out. Jay Wilson ends up getting it. Jay Wilson tries to get to the basket, can't maintain possession, ball knocked out. It will be Langston ball, 3:40 to go.
Yeah, good effort by Coop there, forcing a turnover. And I thought he was going to break free on a fast break to try to convert that into 2, but he ended up losing his handle a little bit.
So as it stands now, Antonio Lewis has come back to the game. So it's him, Lewis, Deuce, Cooper, Wilson, and Trey Clark on the floor right now. Langston shooting extremely well in this game. Kind of hard to talk about it, but it's absolutely true. 11 of 21, 52% shooting. 3 of 8 for 3, 37.5%, Gary. The only ugly number that Gary's not going to like, and neither am I, is 5 of 9 from the free throw line.
There it is. Because what?
Free throws are only free
if you make them.
If not, they have a tendency of costing you.
That's right.
Going to throw it in to Jay Will. Lewis from the left wing, 3-point shot, rattles around and down. 33-18 now.
How many
Lewis has 9 points in the first half. That is his third 3-point shot.
Right.
Firing it to the box. Smith. And they're going to call a charge against Smith. So Smith comes out of the game.
Gauthier and McCoy return for Langston.
So McCoy's back in, along with Gaither. Across the timeline goes Alexander. Up fakes. Stutter step. Kick to the corner.
No, I just knew Lewis was going to pull that one.
Pass inside. Shot
nice
no good.
Follow.
And trying to battle underneath the rim. That's going to say going the other way. Going to be an offensive foul called against Jay Wilson, and that's going to be his second foul.
Foul is on Langston's Wilson, his second.
So Orlando Thomas is the only Lion in true foul trouble. He has 3 first in the first half. He's been on the bench for a while now. Now to the free throw line goes Jordan Willard with just under 3 to go. Lions with the largest lead, 15 points. That one back rims. Oh for 2 at the free throw line. And free throw shooting, usually, that's not been one of the strongest points of this Eagle team on the season. They shoot 66% from the free throw line. Right now, they're a lot lower than that.
Nice.
And McCoy.
Followed by McCoy.
Bounces around and gets the biscuit to go down. 35-18, 2:28 to go. Lions continuing to grow the lead. It's up to 17 points. Shot from the corner is true. So nice shot there by Henthorn, who just checked in the game. Did a great job knocking down that one, 35-21. Ball deflected. McCoy had to go up and get it. Then a shot from the corner. And going up to get it, Antonio Lewis up fakes, goes with a reverse. Contact, foul, will go back to the free throw line.
Yeah,
Team foul number 9.
It's a good move by Lewis. He's one that, talking to Coach Wright, he's like, man, if we could just get him healthy, fully healthy. He's not played a completely healthy game yet in terms of his overall. I think he's having some back issues right now. He's just one who's been plagued with injuries this season so far.
Lewis knocks down the first one.
I think he has a lot of really good basketball ahead of him if we can just get him back right.
Wilson's out. Trey Clark returns for the Lions right now. Lewis has 10. Check that. Make that 11. Lewis comes out. Cooper returns along with Gaither, Charles Gaither. On the other end, up fake in the corner. Trying to find some spice. Driving kick. Shot from the left wing is no good. Rebound, they get their own rebound, get another chance at it. This time Trey Clark secures it. Yeah. Just above 90 seconds to go. Across the timeline goes Deuce. And a timeout has been called on the floor right now.
Timeout called by Langston. When we play the right way,
so 30-second timeout has been called on the floor right now. But when we start talking about so many things, Gary, when it comes to how this team has played, this first half, I would reserve to ask you this question at halftime, but since I have an opportunity here, I'll just have to be creative with it. The Lions have come out with a different mentality tonight than they did on Thursday.
No, most definitely.
And if you had to say what a couple of those things are, what would they be?
Shake up. I think Coach Wright just said, hey, look, this is what these are the guys that I think are putting forth the effort. These are the guys who are battling hard, doing everything I tell them to do. And so these are the guys that I'm going to start and I'm going to give the minutes to. And then everybody else, if you get in, you better make your minutes count. And I think that's what we're seeing. I think we're seeing, I don't necessarily know, and we'll look at the stats at halftime to see if, from a stat standpoint, how they're faring compared to, their season averages. But I think all in all, I think right now Coach Wright has the guys on the floor who do what he say do.
What a pass from Deuce to McCoy.
I mean, McCoy as an example, we've not had significant scoring in the low post. I'm just curious as to what his stat line is going to look like.
Right now he's got 8 in the first half of this one right now.
Yep. And
rebound pulled down by Deuce.
And he's gotten that 8 points plus whatever it is that he's doing just by executing, not doing anything special. He's just doing what he's been taught to do. Backcourt. Oh, wow.
Okay, a backcourt violation. That will be the Lions' 4th turnover of the game. The Eagles have 9 turnovers in the first half thus far. Across the timeline goes Garcia. McCoy running. And then trying to dump it down, and they're going to call a blocking foul. To me, that's kind of late there against Cooper. Foul's going to be called against Matthew Cooper that time. 46 seconds to go.
It was one of those, I would call that one of those 50-50 calls. I mean, is it a no call or is it a block? I mean, there was definitely contact. Coop was set. But I think I just think that the Southwest Christian player, Garcia, did a good job of evading full contact to where Coop could actually get a charge out of it.
I think you're absolutely right on that. But to me, sometimes I'm like you. You wish that sometimes the officials would swallow the whistle a little bit more.
Yeah. Well, you know.
Garcia knocks down the shot. That is his second point right now.
Oh, stolen
Right there by Garcia. Garcia doing a good job right there.
Converted. Did a good job of backing. Cameron McCoy under the basket before he went up for the layup. Good angle.
And doing something right there, working the ball around Alexander. Alexander is going to draw a 5-second call right there from Garcia.
You got to advance. You can't just stand still.
So you're going to have to do something a little bit more than that.
Yep, he has to move. He has to make a move forward towards the basket. You can't just stand there and then retreat sideways.
So now the ball in the hand right now, and they're discussing it right there with 17.1 seconds to go. But this isn't official because no coach has called for anything like this.
No, I just think it's, yeah, they definitely call it as a turnover. Oh, no, they kept it with Langston. No, yeah, it's with Langston.
So shot clock turned off.
After review, Langston with the basketball.
Pretty interesting, this officiating crew. They all sporting the same haircut.
Yes, they are. I mean,
no hair on
true.
their face.
And so we do have a discussion going on here. And it looks like we are going to have a coach's challenge here. So at the scorers table, that's where that is right now. And we'll see. And the discussion really comes down to about that last play there.
Yeah.
You know, and how big is this right now? You could argue that you have one and you want to do the best job you can to make sure that you get an extra possession for your team. But
are they also checking the time as well? Since it was an overturned call, do they have to put time back on the clock?
Okay, it looks like it's discussion on. Looks like okay. It looks like everything is okay, but I'm not really sure on that. Sometimes we're not privileged to really talk about it. But here we go. Ball in the hands of Deuce, who nearly loses it. He comes across. That ball was tapped. They was hoping for a backcourt violation.
Close to it.
Ball in the hands now of Alexander. 9 seconds on the clock. Alexander in the lane. Wheels and deals to the basket and scores. 3 seconds. Garcia fires. Side rim as time expires at the end of the first half. And the score is 41-24. The Lions have done a tremendous job overall in this game in the first half of that one. We're going to take a break. We'll be back with the M.J. Bill Bonds halftime report. That's coming up in just a moment right here. You're listening, watching on PPBC TV. He's Gary Woods. I'm Maurice Prince. But before we go to break, got to tell you about the right way to play. When you play the right way, everyone rises because the right way isn't just about the rules of the game. It's about respect for the game and the culture it fosters. The NAIA takes the student part of student athletes seriously, balancing growth of the whole person with athletic achievement because that's the right way to play. On the field, and the classroom, and within the community, the NAIA, college athletics the way it was meant to be played. Time for us to take a break. We'll be back. This is Langston Lions men's basketball.
Discover the culinary treasures of Black-owned restaurants with the new foodie edition of PPBC magazine. This special issue celebrates the remarkable talents of chefs and restaurateurs. Dive into one-of-a-kind recipes and inspiring stories that showcase the rich diversity and innovation within our community. Don't miss out on your copy. Available with the Black Chronicle newspaper or via email. Visit us at 1528 Northeast 23rd in Oklahoma City or call 405-424-4695. For more details, visit blackchronicle.com. Get your issue today and celebrate the flavors of our heritage.
Oklahoma City, I'm Miles Perry, and do you know a student that would like to win a $10,000 scholarship? Yes, I said $10,000. Love's Travel Stops and Country Stores and Perry Publishing Broadcasting are giving a graduating senior from a Oklahoma City Metro school the opportunity to win $10,000 by just registering online. Each month during the school year, a Love Student of the Month will be selected for registration, and for winning, they will qualify for Love Student of the Year and a $10,000 scholarship. Oh, you guys, to get it, you got to register at www.kvsp.com, and that is www.kvsp.com. Go get your
Hey, what's up, guys? Jay Swick here. Now, I know a lot of you guys have hit me up wondering about Prize Picks, and I'm here to tell you it's the real deal. Utilize your sports knowledge and turn it into cash. Seriously, all you've got to do is download the Prize Picks app today and use my promo code SWIXPICks. That's right, SWIXPICks is the promo code. You get $50 in free lineups when you play your first $5 lineup. You don't want to miss out on that. Flex your sports knowledge and get cash for it. Do it today. Prize Picks. It's good to be right.
This broadcast is the exclusive property of Perry Publishing and Broadcasting Company. Any rebroadcast, retransmission, reproduction, or any other use of the accounts, descriptions, or audiovisual elements of this broadcast without the express written consent of Perry Publishing and Broadcasting Company is strictly prohibited. All rights reserved.
Welcome back to the MJ Bail Bonds Halftime Report. Maurice Prince and Gary Woods here. MJ Bail Bonds, a top bail bond dealer in Oklahoma City. Marlon James was live here on campus once again, doing what he does best, and that's giving back to the community and of course the school that is near and dear to his heart, Langston University. He is giving away $500, and Gary and I got none of it.
Right.
If you could just, what is that? Do not the hula, but do the limbo. If you could just do that, then you were managed to be able to earn yourself $250 today. And that would be real nice right about now.
Yeah.
Because there are some expenses. A gas tank,
Oh, man, yeah. yeah. You can just, you can make a run to the grocery store.
But
you're a college student, you're on campus, you get $250, put a little in your tank, and then go right to Walmart.
Exactly.
Give it all to them.
Now, if you or a family friend or a friend in general deals with some of life's unexpected challenges, Marlon James and his staff at MJ Bail Bonds are here to help you. They're available 24/7 and to provide expert assistance when you need it most. His staff will take care of you and your loved one overall. And now, coming in here, just talking about the first half, Gary, what was the overall reaction to what you saw?
Overall reaction, number one, is 41 halftime points. Langston is definitely on pace to exceed their average scoring per game. So that's a good thing, number one. Number two, whatever it was that coach is trying to do in terms of shaking things up, it's working. Guys are playing well. Hats off to Cameron McCoy. He had not been a starter in the low post, but he's definitely played well. And then also to Jay Wilson, other than the fouls, he's done well down the low post. So we've gotten some low post scoring. We've gotten some better guard play. So I think, all in all, very, very positive. Very positive.
For the Lions, a couple of the team stats that stand out to what really is placing them here. They are +8 in rebounding in this game. They are +4 in the turnover department, meaning that Southwestern has 9, they have 5. Bench points, Langston is +16 in that category, 21-5. Points in the paint, 20-4. And then you're talking about second chance points, Lions 10-0. And so when you start talking about those numbers, that's what allows you to build a lead going to the end of the first half of 41-24. The high-flying, my partner Gary Woods made great mention to it. Cameron McCoy not getting starting minutes usually, but having an opportunity to start because he earned it. 8 points, 4 rebounds in the game. He mentioned Jay Wilson, 5 points and 5 rebounds. That's making your minutes count.
Yep.
Then Antonio Lewis off the bench, 11 points. He's not fully healthy yet, but 11 points and 2 rebounds in the game. And more importantly, 3 of 5 from deep, shooting about 60% from the three-point line. And so that's just impressive all in all. And you did that without your team's #1 scorer being in the game because of picking up fouls early on the game. He only played 8 minutes in the first half, Orlando Thomas.
Right.
From the Southwestern Eagles perspective, it all floats around one guy, Jacoby Williams, the freshman guard, 6'5" out of PC North in Oklahoma City. That guy, 11 points and 2 rebounds. But he was the one who could knock down the long ball. He's been the one to be able to create his own shot somewhat in this Langston defense and been able to get this team going. Also, Garcia has 4 points. Henthorn off the bench has a basket, which is a three-pointer. Then you've got Todd and Gore with a basket each. But more cumbersome for them is 6 of 17 shooting, 35%. 3 of 11 from 3, 27%. 9 of 16 from the free throw line, 56%. But here's the thing. This Eagle team, is started an overabundance of freshmen and sophomores. When you deal with a team like that playing against a Chris Wright defense, as they're learning, that they're going to learn from this. But this is a team that you'll blink, and if they can keep this core together, this team is going to be, as they say, smoking people, surprising people. But right now they're getting a good lesson on a couple of things on how to play through and how to fight through. As we're here to live action, the original starters on the floor for the Lions right now: Thomas, McCoy, Deuce Alexander, Mr. Cooper, and of course Dante Manuel on the floor right now.
And Mr. Cooper, he's usually a reserve point guard. He came through the program as a walk-on. He's playing well tonight as well.
Yeah, 5 points off the bench. Should have gave him some love too. 5 points, and that was all good. And for that, there is some discussion with the officials immediately. Is it about the clock or something? But they're not happy about something. It will still be Eagles ball. That's not any question here. It's a question about the clock. Usually when officials blow it like that, that's usually what the first thing they're saying. The clock didn't move, or they thought more or less time should have been off the clock. Starters on the floor again for Southwest Christian. And turning fire, showing some range that time. Michael Woolridge. He's also up there with Jacoby Williams, Jalen Gore, Aiden Todd, and Elijah Garcia, the original starters for the Eagles. Across the timeline now goes Alexander. Over to Thomas, back to Alexander, over to Cooper. Bounce pass to the corner. Orlando Thomas up fakes, sidestep, three-point shot is nicely knocked down. Thomas averages about 14 points. Right now, he's now riding to the top of 5. And in the game now, that will put them at 5 of 11 from deep in this game. That'll put them just shy of about 46%, 47% in the game. And I'm not sure. That's a jump ball. Thank you. Because I was concerned if they were going to call a foul. What a great job by Cooper there. Cooper's making the most of his opportunity the same way as Cameron McCoy is. Would you agree with that?
I would agree with you. The difference is that, Cooper, he's a program guy. He actually came through the walk-on program. He started out on the JV and worked his way up to the varsity last year, and has done everything coach has asked him to do to, keep from being sent back down. What do we have here, a foul or travel?
It's a foul because it was away from the ball. Looks like they're going to catch Jacoby Williams' ball.
Whereas
against Cameron McCoy. Go ahead.
Whereas, the difference between Cooper and McCoy is that whereas McCoy is a full scholarship player. So, he's one that is expected to come in and do, and he has not disappointed Coach Wright.
Going back to work, Alexander trying to work the ball around. Up top, going to kick it. Out top to the left. Bounce pass over.
That's a shot right there. There you go.
And McCoy, if he had those are one of those shots where your first idea is to shoot it, launch and shoot it. When you double clutch and think about it, is when you put a little bit more touch. Offensive foul is going to be the call against Garcia. Getting into the body again of Cooper. And Cooper doing a great job again. He and Alexander finding that lane and then cutting them off.
You know what? I don't know what Cooper is studying here or whatever, but I can honestly look at him and think that one day he's going to probably, if he wanted to, he could probably end up being a really good coach. He has a mind for the game, and he's just not as tall and athletic as a lot of the other guys that come in, but the truth of the matter is that those are the types of guys who go on to be good GAs, good assistant coaches, and one day a great head coach if that's something that he wants to do, because he is definitely one of Coach's guys.
All right, so we had a foul called there, and it looks like that's going to be called against Williams. And that is his 4th foul, as Orlando Thomas was trying to get around him up top, and that's going to be a huge blow
and
to the Eagles. And then now count the basket that time for Trey Clark, who did mix it up on the box and get it done. And now the Lions have their biggest lead of the afternoon with 20 points, 18:04 to go. So now to the free throw line goes Trey Clark. Trey Clark had not gotten to the scorer's sheet there. Well, I stand corrected. He already had 2. Make that 4 now. Could have had a chance to make that 3 points, and the ball is going to be out of bounds as he was standing on the end line there. Not knowing where he was the big guy right there. Michael Woolridge thought he had enough space, but I'm sure his shoe size, which is probably right.
He tried to throw the ball back on McCoy, and then it bounced off of McCoy and hit him and then went out. So it was one of those deals where he was trying to steal a possession there and wasn't able to.
Ball in the hand now of Deuce.
That's money right there.
Kicks it to the corner. 3-point shot by Clark.
There it is.
Rings true. Trey. Oh, that was Lewis. Correction. Lewis with that. Lewis with 3 from the corner. Lewis now explodes into double digits now with 11 points. And it's 49-26 as the lead is up to 23 points now.
Nice shot.
On that shot, Jacoby Williams knocks it down, and he now has 14 in the game.
He's a shooter.
Coach Woolridge talking to his team. It's going to be Langston ball. 17:21 to go. Lewis is going to throw it in to Deuce. Deuce now has it. To the box on Lewis. No, that's Trey Clark this time. Clark muscles in, can't get the shot to fall. Woolridge with the rebound. Here comes Gore. Gore into the lane. Has the ball knocked out of his hands. It will be Eagle ball. 20-point margin right now. Largest lead of the game was 23 as Cameron McCoy comes out. Jay Wilson returns.
Re-enter the Langston lineup. Re-entering the lineup, Brody Smith for Southwestern.
So Brody Smith also returns for the Eagles right now. Gets it into Garcia on the left wing. 24 seconds on the shot clock, so plenty of time. 17 minutes to go. Ball at the elbow. Garcia going to catch Lewis.
Yeah, he did a good job of drawing that foul.
So team foul number 1 for the Lions. 4 fouls thus far, team fouls against the Eagles. And we're just about 5 minutes into the second half of this game tonight. Turns and fires Woolridge.
Nice. I mean, Woolridge got a little shot on him now.
Trying to get a little bit comfortable now.
Yeah.
And the Lions are giving him a little bit of space, and he's showing that he has the range and the soft touch as a big to knock it down.
Yeah, 10, 12 feet now. We haven't seen anything back to the basket, but anything around that. Oh, turnover. Lions.
Garcia with the steal now.
Nice fake by Garcia.
And drives to the basket and score.
Wow.
Nice saucy move by Garcia, showing you some shiftiness, showing you his cunning and his ability to create and his ball skills to get to the basket.
He hit him with a little sauce. Just a little sauce. He did, head fake up, and then he kind of did that left hand, baseline move there. And it's like, gee whiz. So, okay, all right. I'm starting to see if they're doing this in practice every day. I'm understanding now why Coach throws 3 freshmen out there.
Garcia knocks it down, and it's now 49-35. 49-34 is what it is. 16:24 to go. Deuce across the timeline now over to Trey. And that pass is going to be.
Wait a minute, who was that on?
It's going to be on Jordan Willard.
Okay, I will upset. It wasn't Williams now.
Jordan Willard picks up his first foul of the night. And that, of course, there are 2 players for the Eagles that have 4 fouls. You've got Jacoby Williams, and you also have, do believe that is Michael Woolridge, both with 4 fouls each. The Lions have 3 players with 3 fouls right now. Thomas, Lewis, and T.J. Cave. Going to fire it to the left wing, back up top to Thomas. Down low to Wills.
Good.
And a nice elevate and slam.
There you go. That's first time we see a guy do a head fake, and then when they go up, he goes up after, throws it down 2 hands. Drop step, nicely done.
51-34. Garcia, who's heating up a little bit, decides to let one fly. Gore ends up with the rebound, and then he's going to be fouled. Langston's third foul, team foul. Foul's going to be called against, I think that's Orlando Thomas, who just picked up his fourth foul.
It's a good job by Wilson. Did a good job of, again, the head fake. Got guys up in the air, defenders up in the air, and then when he went up, he kept the ball low, just got it right over the rim, threw it down. Very smart play on his part.
All right, into the game for the first, we got Trey Clark, Antonio Lewis, Deuce Alexander, and Jay Wilson. Three-point shot from the top of the key. And Garcia working hard on the blocks.
I mean, he's the shortest guy out there, I believe. And he skies up and gets a rebound. That tells you that we didn't get a body on him.
5'9", battling in the land of the Giants. But Elijah Garcia, the freshman out of Oklahoma City, is not intimidated to try and make plays for his team. Garcia on the night thus far, after knocking down the free throw, has 8 points and likely will be the next Eagle in double-digit scoring tonight.
A lot of time on the clock. I'm betting that he gets there, especially as he becomes more active.
He's got 9 points in the game.
Yeah, he's picked up his activity. He's shooting a lot more in this second half.
Deuce gives it up to Clark.
That's a one-on-one right
Clark turns, works.
Good
Jay Wilson with the rebound.
Wilson.
Turns around, and the ball was bouncing around. It was close to being on the cylinder. So I'm happy that the officials, that Clark was able to let it roll around a little bit. Do we have another foul? So team foul. So Brody Smith picks up a foul. That's team foul number 6, his third foul. So 2 Lions now are in foul trouble as well. We've got Lewis and Thomas. Alexander now has it. Clark inside.
He should have shot it.
And he gets a second chance at it and makes some kind of circus shot to get it to fall.
Right.
But if he'd gone there the first time, it would have been a lot easier. He's like, well, why do that?
Yeah,
you guys are not going to talk about it if it wasn't special.
Come on, man, get your money.
Trey Clark now with 6 in the game. Aiden Todd drives. So it's on Deuce Alexander for the foul. That's his second one. So we have a timeout on the floor at the 14:52 mark. So full timeout's called right now. Since 1905, we've been dedicated to living, working, and growing with our customers in the community. Blue Sky Bank. Be a part of it by opening any checking account today and receive a free gift. Ask them for details or visit online at blueskybank.com. That's bluesky.bank or call 1-833-712-4700. Blue Sky Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Did you say 1905?
1905.
I didn't know they've been around that long. I thought it was a new thing.
Yep. So Blue Sky been
Blue Sky.
around. So as we look here in the second half of this game right now, we've seen an uptick in performance from the Eagles. They've opened the floor 4 of 6 shooting, 66%, 1 of 2 from deep, 50%, but more importantly, 3 of 3 from the free throw line. They haven't let too many points get past them, and they've put 12 on the board, which is half of what they did in the first half of the game, and that's a full 20 minutes. And they've done that now in a more efficient about 6-7 minutes of the second half.
Yeah.
For Langston, they've scored 12 at all, so that's why there's no space in the lead. 5 of 10 shooting, 50%, 2 of 2 from the three-point line, 100%, 0 of 1 from the free throw line, but they still have scored 12. And it's still impressive no matter which way you look at it. They just got to maintain the energy and their poise, Gary, so that we're not talking about an immaculate run here by the Eagles. Smith looking for some daylight, can't find any, and finally Cooper's going to end up fouling him.
Yeah.
Fouls on Langston's Cooper.
So Cooper picked up his second foul.
That's Cooper's second.
So McCoy returns back to the game now. 53-36. Garcia for 3. Shot no good. Rebound by McCoy. Shot cleared, board cleared by Langston, and here we go. Deuce across the timeline with 14 and a half to go in the game.
Oh, nice shake.
Inside, Jay Wilson draws contact in the foul. Will go back to the free throw line shooting 2. And that is team foul number 7. So that, I think they put the foul on the wrong team.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because they put the 7th foul, but that's not a foul that Langston should have had. That foul should have been against the Eagles. So that doesn't make quite sense right there. I don't know if anybody's caught it at the scorer's table right now. So as it stands right now, 7-6 is the score in terms of fouls, but it really should be 6-7.
Both of them.
Jay Wilson 0 for 2 at the free throw line right now. Smith turned, fire, shot no good. Wilson with the rebound. Across the timeline goes Alexander, who hands off to TJ Cave, back to Deuce. Pass to Wilson, who's in the short corner. Up fake in the lane. He gets bumped.
Wow, he got bumped hard.
And should have been a foul call, but there was none there.
Yeah,
Aiden Thomas.
He leaned into him.
Trying to find some space in the lane. He's going to end up calling TJ Cave with the foul there. And let's see if they get it right here.
Foul is on Cave, his 4th.
So TJ Cave just picked up his 4th foul. And then we have, so it looks like that's, like again, I'll see if the officials catch it, but again, by my record up here, it's not right, and they're going to redo it. That's what I thought. 17th foul against Langston. That's correct. Aiden Thomas misses the front end of the 1-and-1. Trey Clark comes down with the rebound. So the Lions now have 4 players with 4 fouls. TJ Cave, Antonio Lewis, and Thomas. Back to Lewis. Lewis sets, fires for 3!
Drains it.
Lewis has been straight cash from 3 right now.
Yeah, if you sit out there and don't challenge his shot, you know, he's going to take that shot.
He is 5 of 7 from deep today. Lead back up to 20. 13 minutes to go in this contest. Front of that shot, front end of the rim on that one. And it's going to be a jump ball situation. And they're going to call a timeout. Timeout called by Coach Wright.
Guess who? Mr. Cooper.
Yes, sir.
Ladies and gentlemen, the unique contactless access.
So as it stands right there.
Tinker Federal Credit Union's home branch mobile app allows you
So as it stands, 56-36 is the score. Maurice Prince and Gary Woods on the call here. Gary, very impressive on how Chris Wright's been able to dial up any lineup that he wants, and they're still continuing to play well and push well. But what a game that Antonio Lewis is having. 17 points, 5 of 7 shooting. He is not taking a 2-point shot tonight. All his shots have been from deep, and he's been, only other time is he went to the free throw line. So that's where he's got his shots from. So 17 points and only 2 by the free throw.
Yeah, no, he's been on fire tonight. I mean, he's been, for the most part, just a straight-up sharpshooter, and as long as they leave him out there by himself, he's going to continue to take those shots. He's one of those players that's a green light type player that, you know, Coach, like we said earlier, Coach just wants him to get healthy. The other green light player is Orlando Thomas. You know, and so when you mix those guys firing on all cylinders, and then you get points out of Jay Will and out of Cameron McCoy, I mean, it's like, gee whiz, this is the type of team that we've been waiting to see.
What a monster performance overall. And again, coming off of an ugly situation. I mean, this team looks eerily similar to the team I saw last weekend, but I just don't know what happened between last Saturday And then
this week, yeah.
Earlier this week, it just does not look like the same. You're sitting here telling me it doesn't look like the same team.
No, it don't. It don't, because last week I don't know what the deal was. I don't know if they were tight. I don't know if because they were playing at OCU, they kind of have that arena looking like stadium where there's a lot of depth perception issues behind the goals. I don't know what it was, but they just couldn't hit the broadside of a barn, let alone a 3-point shot.
Trey Clark's shot's going to be blocked there. Nice block.
He went
that
in
time
there. He went
by
in there.
Jordan Willard.
Yeah, Trey went in there a little soft and got it set back at him. He should have gone in there a little bit more intentional.
At that time, driving the basket goes Aiden Todd. He thought he got a little hit on the face there, driving to the basket there, but the ball was knocked out of his hands. 56-36, so now returning to the game for the Lions. Cameron McCoy, and then going with the reverse is Aiden Thomas, and Aiden Thomas is going to get fouled this time by Alexander. Alexander's third foul.
Yeah,
team foul number, I think it's team foul number 8.
Foul on Alexander, his third.
That was a little bit of a prayer shot that he put up there.
Gets that one to fall. Nice soft shooter's touch on that.
Cookery hitters.
One more coming for Thomas. That one back rim's no good. Alexander with the rebound. Here comes Deuce across the timeline with 12:16 to go. Throws it back out. Antonio Lewis wide open again.
Leave him out there.
Somebody better find him. He is now 6 of 8 from deep.
I mean, you just let him sit out there and take that shot. That's easy money for him right now. Oh, nice follow.
Follow through and shot and basket is good that time for number 14, Dason Cook.
That was on Gauthier, his first.
So after it's all said and done,
Langston's 9.
at the free throw line now, Thomas now returns with his 4 fouls. Rebound by McCoy. Here we go, back to action here. Lions been in control of this one, up by 20. A stark difference to a game where they were down 3 at the end of the first half on Thursday, and they could not make any headway against a 3-point margin. And another basket knocked down for deep. Antonio Lewis knocking
23?
down another 3 points. Yes, he has. That is now 7 of 9 in the game. He's got 23 on the night. Lead up to 23 points. Kick to the corner. Cook for 3. Can't get it to fall. Lewis with a rebound, his third. Alexander bringing it across the timeline. Somebody needed cover.
McCoy.
What a nice job by McCoy.
By the real McCoy, assist to Clark.
The real McCoy, okay.
64-39. Tremendous job from the Lions. The Lions continuing to dominate in the paint, Gary. 28-6 is that number.
That was rebounds or
And
points.
no, that was points in the paint.
Yeah.
Rebounds is
Yeah.
29. They're still plus 9, 29-20.
Yeah.
And the Lions have more offensive rebounds, 11-5, and just a few more defensive boards, 18-15.
Well, that's rebounds in every category, right? Platoon substitution here.
Garcia
All three.
knocks down his 10th point. So Jay Wilson comes back in, as well as Jalen O'Brien getting his first action of the day. No, I'm sorry. It's Dante Manuel.
Dante Manuel played. Yeah, I was actually looking Dante Manuel up. He's actually a freshman. He came in from San Antonio, Texas, played high school there, and so again, him and there's actually a handful of freshmen that Coach actually brought in and pulled up. What was that? He stepped out of line?
I'm going to assume that's what happened there. It didn't seem like there's any fouls called here, so 10:16 to go. So TJ Cave, Deuce Alexander, Orlando Thomas, Dante Manuel, and Jay Wilson. So it looks like the Lions are going to play a little bit of zone. We'll see if that's true here as Garcia comes at the timeline. Three-point shot is true. Knocked down by Gore. Working the ball to the left wing, down to the corner. Shot is true. Orlando Thomas with the three there. Thomas has got 8. All right. Foul's going to be called. So Deuce Alexander gets it. That is his 4th foul. He becomes the 4th Lion. Now, let me ask you something, Gary.
Yeah.
Now, the Lions have a substantial lead at this point, 67-44.
Right.
Could foul trouble derail the rest of the energy derail them and put them in a situation where, I would say, where they can open up the door for a big comeback? If you lose Alexander, Lewis, Thomas, and TJ Cave, can the Lions hold off?
I'm looking down at the bench to see. No, I think the Lions still have enough to where they should be able to maintain this kind of lead.
All right.
They'd have to lose an awful lot, and then all of a sudden, Southwest Christian would have to get really hot and things start falling their way, and we just won't be able to score anything. But I think we're almost to a point where the clock is going to be against them.
TFCU, branches all across the state, access hundreds of co-op shared branch locations, extended phone service hour, and online and mobile account access. Tinker Federal Credit Union is available anytime that's convenient for you. Tinker Federal Credit Union. Maurice Prince and Gary Woods on the call here. Watch this game kind of run away here. If you believe it or not, both teams have kept the scores even. It's just the Lions have been a little bit better in certain areas. So, for example, the second half, it's 26-20 in terms of total points. Lions only up by 6 in terms of total points scored, but it feels a whole lot bigger on the scoreboard right now.
Yeah, I mean, that's just from all the hard work in the first half, right? So, and then in addition to that, I'm curious about some of these stat lines, right? How many players do the Lions have in double digits?
As it stands right now, just 2.
Oh, wow. I thought they'd have more than that.
Like I said, it feels a whole lot different.
Yeah, it does.
So Michael Woolridge at the free throw line right now. And he rolls that one. Wasn't able to get that one to fall right there. So Woolridge, the junior, 6'9", Oklahoma City. And he back rims that one. That has been a factor today for them. They are officially on the day 15 of 27 on the free throws. That's going to take them below 60%.
Turnover. Yeah, Deuce is going to get called on that one.
Fouls on Alexander, his 5th.
So Deuce Alexander has fouled out of the game. His final numbers, 2 points, 3 rebounds, 6 assists in the game. So TJ Cave will go to the lead point guard spot as Chris Wright has substituted him in with Trey Clark. And Garcias gets that shot to fall. 67-45, 9:06 to go. And Gary, there's a lot of time left.
It is. It is.
Knocks it down, so that's the first one to foul out in this contest. But it could have rippling effect if you want to say that you don't think that the Eagles will try and make a run out of this if the Lions start running out of bodies. And the Lions are throwing it away.
Yep, there you go.
Unforced error.
That's what you can't have right there, right?
This reminds me eerily of the Memphis Grizzlies Oklahoma City Thunder game yesterday, where Oklahoma City, Gary, was down about 20. And with about, of course you had a full period and about 7 minutes, they just began chipping it away and end up winning last night's game. And stepping on the end line there out of bounds is Jacoby Williams. But they win the game 117-116.
Wow, the Thunder?
Yeah, but they were down 20 with no SGA, no Chet, no iHeart played in the game. But yet you still found a way. So when you put that in front of a team to see if they can do some things, and right now Antonio Lewis is the hottest thing going.
What's the deal with all those guys being out? I mean, is it injuries?
Injuries, and I think there's a rest break for SGA, who has not missed any games as Orlando Thomas knocks that one down. So Thomas now becomes the third line in double-digit scoring with 11. And on the night,
Stolen.
You're not going to believe this, but I don't want to say anything until after this possession, because if not, it's going to be an absolute jinx, so I'm not going to say a word.
Okay.
Thomas with it on the left wing. It's a stat you've never heard you and I say with Langston basketball.
Really?
It's about to be historic.
Oh.
Okay, so it's not historic anymore.
Okay.
Driving inside, Jay Wilson up fake, swings it out. Thomas fires, and he knocks down another three.
You were talking about consecutive three-point shots.
Well, yes. Prior to the last two, the Lions were 6 of 6 from deep in the second half of the game.
Oh, wow.
And now they're going to end up being 7 of 8 now. You're talking about shooting a whopping 60-something% from deep. 73-46. It's incredible.
What's the season average?
Season average from points per game or 3 points per game?
No, points, but total points per game.
72.2.
Yeah, they're at 73 already with 7 minutes left.
But see, against Southwest Christian, that number changes. They average 82.8 against them.
Oh, okay.
And nice shot there, knocked down by Michael Woolridge. So Aiden Todd is back in, as well as number 4, Shannon Henthron. So 73-48. Lead at 25 points. 6 points on the night for Woolridge. Antonio Lewis standing on the logo. Gets a screen. Steady step dribble. Wilson couldn't get it to fall. On the miss by Lewis. And gliding to the basket on a block there by McCoy.
Yeah, good block by McCoy.
7 minutes to go. Antonio Lewis behind the back dribble. Loses it there. But it will be Langston ball. Timeout on the floor. So we got a full timeout right here. We'll be right back. You're listening to Langston Lion Men's Basketball. Sponsored by MJ Bail Bonds, Community Health Centers of Oklahoma, Guiding Right, Blue Sky Bank, and Tika Federal Credit Union. Welcome back. Back to live action here. 6:41 to go. 73-48. So Lewis is going to throw it in. How often, you get a song called Throw It and you have to throw it in. Ball on the left wing. Going to swing it back over to Thomas. Thomas has 14 in the game. McCoy has 10.
Been waiting on
Make
McCoy
that
to
12.
take that shot. It's
Shot
been there
from the
all
elbow.
night. It's been there all night.
12 points, 6 rebounds, 1 assist, and 1 block on the night from McCoy. Tremendous game, tremendous impact coming into the starting lineup. That shot is no good that time by Jacoby Williams. And there's going to be contact and a foul there against Woolridge, who's trying to put up the putback.
That was on Langston's Jay Wilson, his fourth.
So Jay Wilson becomes the 4th Lion with 4 fouls now. 6:10 to go. If it was about 3 minutes, Coach, I wouldn't have much to say.
You're right.
But it's just a little bit too much time. Woolridge knocks down a free throw. 6 points.
Even Cooper
Make that 7 points. So Cooper, TJ Cave to go with McCoy, Trey Clark, and Antonio Lewis on the floor right now. Woolridge knocks it down. He officially has 8 on the night. Lions up by 25 points. Largest margin, 27 points is the lead, biggest lead they've had tonight. Clark with the give and go or the weave above the arc.
Oh, this one-on-one, he got him.
Clark now has it. In the lane, tries to finish high off the glass and draws a foul.
Foul is on Willard, his third.
So Willard picks up his 3rd foul. So Trey Clark at the free throw line now. Foul situation. The Lions have more than 10 fouls in the second half. In fact, they've had 14 fouls in the second half of this game. Clark misses that one. 8 fouls.
Allen re-enters for Southwestern, replacing.
So 5:43 to go, 25-point lead. One more free throw coming right now for Clark, and he knocks it down. Clark himself in the game now has 7. 7 points, 7 rebounds. How about this? 6 assists in the game.
Nice. Turnover, charge. Offensive foul.
Lions having fun out there, 76-50.
Charging foul on Henthorne, that's his first. For Southwestern, they're 9th in the half.
So their 9th foul of the game thus far. And here comes Cooper to come back and get it. 26-point lead for the Lions. Handoff to TJ Cave, standing just inside half court. Screen from McCoy. TJ Cave, stop and go action to the basket. He goes and draws the foul. Could be the 5th foul on Woolridge.
Yeah, let's see who they call it on.
No, the foul's going to be called against number 4. It's going to be against
Southwestern's
Hinthorn. So his second team foul. I mean, his second foul, 10th team foul. So now, TJ Cave at the free throw line. Gets his first points of the night from the free throw line as he ties the biggest lead margin, 27 points. And he knocks that one down. .28, the highest. And again, turnover on that pass. Everybody not on the same page, between two new players that's in the game for them. That is Cole Allen. And it looks like also against Shannon Henthorn on that play. In the lane, tries to finish with the left hand. Jay Wilson gets the rebound and tries to put it back. Misses, gets his own rebound and puts it back again.
Strong move by Jay Wilson.
Largest lead of the night for the Lions now. Stands at 80 points. Under 5 minutes to go. Throw to the corner.
Big man takes the 3 ball.
Can't get it to fall. Antonio Lewis with the rebound, his 4th. Cross-court pass. TJ Cave was trying to hit. Left lane. Into the lane. Ayton. Nice job by Aiden Todd to get that points up there. Aiden Todd with his second basket of the night. He's got 5. So still working it around a little bit.
3:45 remaining.
To the left wing.
Oh,
and the shot is blocked. Nice block there by Jacoby Williams.
Yeah. You think that Lewis shooting streak is probably run its course?
Well, at some point in time, he's playing extended minutes.
Yeah,
and when you're still trying to recover from injury, you know what I mean?
You just don't have it like you normally would if you were healthy.
Exactly. So at some point, things would start to give way a little bit.
And that's just part of the rehab process, right?
So it looks like we have a timeout called on the floor here. Full timeout on the floor right now. So let's go ahead and throw some love to some of our sponsors of tonight's game. Offering comprehensive health services, Community Health Centers of Oklahoma. They also offer mental health support and community programs of the highest quality. Guiding Right, a leading public health organization in Oklahoma, aiming to improve access to health care, systems, and services to the marginalized populations in Oklahoma. And of course, MJ Bail Bonds, a top bail bond dealer in Oklahoma City, understanding that life has unexpected challenges, and they're there to help you. Available 24/7 and provide expert assistance when you need it most. Marlon James and his staff can take great care of you. Maurice Prince and Gary Woods. Gary, we're starting to get to the time now where you just really want to attack the clock and you don't want anybody to get injured, and that's for both teams now.
Right. Start letting other guys play.
And do you think we're at that stage for Chris Wright, or do you think he needs to see some more?
Well, honestly, I think Chris may be taking this opportunity to continue to let guys like Coop and some of the other players get more playing time, because they just don't get it very often. So like Gauthier, and then also too Dante Manuel. He's, again, this is where you're like, okay, hey, get some film, show me what you can do. Give me a reason why I should be looking at you on the depth chart more when we start getting in the heat of conference play.
Woolridge knocks down the free throw. That is his 9th point. He's got 9 and 6 in the game thus far.
I need to look him up, actually, and find out where did Woolridge play his high school ball.
3:41 to go. Woolridge knocks it down. 80-54. So 26 points is the lead. So Woolridge looks like his afternoon may be complete. He does get into double digits, the third Eagle to do so. Garcia with 13, Woolridge with 10. And, of course, you had Jacoby Williams with 14. Ball to the right. Up fake. Kick. 9 seconds. And a three-point shot falls that time. for Charles Gaither for three. 83-54. Gaither with the steal. Gaither gets it, and then they're going to call a foul on that one. Gaither was going to be fouled by Cole Allen because Gaither had every intention of trying to punch that. Gary, he's like, look, this is my one chance.
Right. Just got through looking up Woolridge. You know, he played his ball at Bethany High School there in Bethany, Oklahoma. And it looks as if he went to Southeast Oklahoma State University, so he signed D2 out of high school, and now he's at Southwest Christian.
Misses that shot there, just Charles. Gaither on the night has three. Can make it four here. 3:05 to go. Both teams in the double bonus. Gaither knocks it down and pushes the lead back to 30. All right, Antonio Lewis across the timeline now. Ball in the hands of Antonio Lewis, who weaves, gives it up to Trey Clark, who goes downhill to the basket and scores.
Move. I mean, that was almost effortless.
By Trey Clark.
His stat line is nice. 9 points, 8 rebounds, and 6 assists. Rebound pulled down by Manuel. Across the timeline now goes TJ Cave, who hands off, and TJ Cave ends up with it back. It's that weave at the top. Trying to see and identify what defense that you're in. Up fake. Pass inside.
I mean, that's there all day. I mean,
beautiful shot by Trey Clark. It now gets him into double digits. He now have 11 points on that.
Turnover.
Steal that time by Gaither. Gaither ends up with it. 1:50 to go. 88-54 is the score right now. Lions dominant. Have led wire to wire in this game. Ball in the hands now. Cave. Cave in the lane. Tries to finish it with the right hand, and he does. Goes left, spins right, and gets it to fall. 90-54. So the ball rolls around. Lions still playing hard. Deep three-point shot no good. Lewis gets it across the timeline. About 3 possessions left in this game right now as it stands. TJ trying to execute the offense of the last 3 plays over to Antonio Lewis. Lewis drives and tries to get the shot up. Shot's no good. Rebound pulled down by the Eagles. Deep three-point shot. Rebound pulled down by Manuel. Manuel in this game is now racking up rebounds. He's got 3 points to go around with 4 rebounds and 2 assists.
I mean, Manuel guys, he's a nice sized player. I mean, he's sitting at about 6'5", young player. And again, it's so when you look at him, he kind of reminds you of the, kind of almost like, what you would typically see with McCoy.
Shot no good that time.
Good hustle by Manuel.
Hustle. Nice job by him. 90-54. 18.3 seconds to go.
That culture of defense, I mean, that's exactly what gets you on the floor if you're wanting to impress Coach Wright, is your ability to give up your body and go for that 50-50 loose ball on the floor.
Shot clock's turned off now.
90-54.
Across the timeline now goes Jonah Jenkins, who's in the game. 3-point shot from the left wing is no good.
Rebound.
6 seconds. And 90-54 will be the final score of this game now. The Lions have improved on the season now to 13-3. 6-7-2 in conference, and that's an important an important one. I'm sorry. I must have had that wrong.
Yeah,
they were already 7-2, so they're 8-2 in conference.
Right, there you go.
So 8-2 in conference, which means they have improved overall. Gary, I know you got to get out of here for other things, but let me ask you this.
Sure.
If you had to choose a player of the game, is it any argument it's not Antonio Lewis?
No, there's no argument for me at all.
Antonio Lewis
was absolutely insane from 3 today.
And the Lions shot a season-high 59% from 3 today. And you're talking about a team that needed offense. We were questioning their offense. They finished with 90 points, above, about 20 points higher than their season average, 7 points higher than their average in the series.
Right.
So they have really done it overall tonight, Gary. But 23 points from Lewis, 7-11 from deep, and he has 5 rebounds to go along with that. They finished the game shooting 52% in the game and 59% from 3, 11 of 20 from free throws. I mean, that's the only number that's really bad tonight, 55%. Other than that, everything else you're going to be happy with. You out-rebounded them by 16, 25, 41-25. You were on that category. You were plus 16 in assists. You were, you were plus 40, I don't know, I want to say what, plus 47 points in bench points. I mean, it's just dominant numbers all the way around. Points in the paint, plus 30. I mean, all these numbers just indicate how dominant overall this team was. I mean, if you had to sum it up, this is one of the best performances we've seen of the Lions in the perfect response to what we saw on Thursday night.
Been waiting on a game like this for the Lions to show up, and I hope that this is the basis for us to continue to build and continue to improve regardless of how it comes about, right? If it's a matter of personnel changes, whatever we got to do, but we need to continue building and performing on this level moving forward for all the way through to the national tournament.
Southwest Christian now falls on the season to 6-9 overall, 4-6 in conference play. They still have some work to do for a young team that still has a lot of promise. We saw some great play today from Jacoby Williams, who showed us with his 14 points and 3 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 block in the game. Then you had Woolridge, who had 10 points, 6 rebounds in the game overall. But really, they shot the ball poorly. 13 of 39, 33%, 5 of 23 from deep, 21%. Free throw shooting, they got to the free throw line 35 times, only knocked down 23 of them. You have to say if you knock down 15 more, you're still not beating Langston, but the score might and the game might have had a different flow.
Competitive game, yeah.
All right, so the Lions will now move on. Their next contest, I believe, is next Thursday here at CF Gales. I got to take a look real quick to see who that opponent is, but I do believe that's next Thursday. They take on College of the Ozarks here at Gales.
So that ought to be a packed house.
That's going to be a packed house.
Back in session. Everybody come out and support the Lions.
So look for Gary and I to be on call for that one. In the meantime, I got to go cheer on my Bears to see if we have any chance tonight against Green Bay. Yeah.
I was wondering whose jacket this was.
Okay, you was wondering.
Yeah, I mean, come on.
What do you mean wondering? What do you say it like that? Wondering for?
Like,
anyway,
man, who is this,
let's thank our sponsors and get out of here, folks.
Bandwagon Bears fans.
Bandwagon? Okay, how dare you mention that on the broadcast and put that on tape? Anyway, MJ Bail Bonds, Community Health Centers of Oklahoma, Guiding Right, Blue Sky Bank, and Tinker Federal Credit Union. He's Gary Woods. I'm Maurice Prince. Want to thank our on-site producers. Want to thank D. Prince. And I also want to thank Brendan, who's also in the production truck as well. And, of course, I'm not going to even give D26 any kind of love over here because this guy's been mean to me all day, our camera guy. But anyway, we're going to wrap this up for tonight. Be looking for more games coming up this week on PPBC TV. For right now, L's up. Langston's girls, Langston's women, and Langston men win. It has been a sweep on Saturday. Enjoy the rest of your sports weekend. Have a good night.
Take care.
This broadcast is the exclusive property of Perry Publishing and Broadcasting Company. Any rebroadcast, retransmission, reproduction, or any other use of the accounts, descriptions, or audiovisual elements of this broadcast without the express written consent of Perry Publishing and Broadcasting Company is strictly prohibited. All rights reserved.